Joining us now, House Oversight Chairman Congressman James Comer. Congressman, it's good to have you on. Okay, this new bombshell report out of Politico. How is it that Joe Biden's brother, Jim Biden, lobbies Qatar? It's cited as a state sponsor of terrorism overseas. Mideast countries call it that. But Jim Biden used Joe Biden's name, his powerful connections in 2017 to try to get Qatar to give over tens of millions of dollars to the U.S. companies Jim Biden was working with. What do you think of this?
Well, this is more evidence of influence peddling. That's what Jim Biden was doing. And the question is, who were the Bidens influence peddling with? They were influence peddling with our adversaries around the world. Qatar is one of the worst countries on the planet. They sponsor terrorism. That is a fact. Yet Joe Biden refuses to acknowledge the fact that Qatar sponsors terrorism. One of the things that we've been investigating through this whole Biden influence family investigation is what policy decisions did Joe Biden make in return for the tens of millions of dollars that his family received from our adversaries around the world. I mean, this is one of the most corrupt political families in the history of America. And the evidence is overwhelming that they were influence peddling. And were they lobbying these foreign entities? You know, is that because they didn't have a legitimate business? If they were lobbying, if Jim Biden was lobbying on behalf of state-owned entity in Qatar, why wasn't he registered as a foreign agent?
Okay, so the other thing, too, is, you know, Biden did not designate Qatar as a state sponsor of terror when Saudi Arabia and other Mideast nations did. They were doing a financial blockade against Qatar because it's state sponsor of terror. Politico reports Jim Biden repeatedly invoked his ties to Joe Biden, sought workarounds to restrictions on international money movements. So is your oversight committee going to investigate this?
Yeah, this is what the whole investigation's about. It's about the family influence peddling. And Politico, God bless, has one good reporter that's been on this, and they've uncovered a lot with respect to the AmeriCorps schemes. All of Jim Biden's schemes revolved around promising that his brother's contacts in the Middle East would help salvage some of these shady American companies in return for money they paid Jim that they called a loan, by the way, which he didn't have to pay taxes on because he unlawfully called his money a loan.
Yeah, it looks like he got hundreds of thousands of dollars out of AmeriCorps. That's a failed hospital chain that Jim Biden was working for. And then $200,000 went to Joe Biden. They said that was a loan. You know, the thing is, Qatar, you know, you look at what's going on in the European Parliament. It's still called Qatargate over there because of corruption and influence peddling allegedly by Qatar into Europe and the parliament there. I mean, Jim Biden, he reportedly flew to Qatar in 2018, making a presentation to the finance minister of Qatar. It's not clear whether that took place, but that finance minister was later arrested in Qatar on suspicion of corruption. What is with this Biden family? And then he was going to go to China and Saudi Arabia and ask for money. So the Biden family behind the scenes was really profiting big time. So people are frustrated out there that the impeachment inquiry is stalled, that it looks like your inquiry into what's going on with this Biden family and corruption is stalling out. Voters see it. They don't like it. What can you guys do about it?
It's not stalled. That's something the mainstream media falsely reports. We get more information like this Qatar information every day. This family has been influence peddling for decades with our enemies. They don't influence peddle with American interests. They don't influence peddle with European, legitimate European countries. They influence peddle with Romania and China and Qatar and the worst countries in the world.
Stay on Qatar for a second, because Qatar funds Hamas, is close to Iran, is anti-Israel. And then Biden backs off and doesn't list Qatar as a state sponsor of terror. Final word.
Well, this is why we're investigating the Biden. You get compromised if your family takes tens of millions of dollars from our enemies around the world. And we believe that Joe Biden is compromised. This is another example. Look at what he did with a China first policy over his first 3.5 years as president. This is what happens when you allow a president to take millions and millions of dollars from our enemies around the world. And this is why we're trying to wrap this investigation up, Liz, but more information comes in on a daily basis.
Understood. This is a big one. Wow, who would have thought it got to that point? House Oversight Chair James Comer, thanks for joining us tonight. It's good to have you on the show.